咱遮要甲这个张教授补充一句，就是讲，2005年迄时，日美同盟有设立这个有关共同战略目标。啊，共同战略目标的内底一条非常重要，是讲两岸的问题都要和平解决。因为啥啊？共迄个时阵，中国大陆咧通过国内法，就是讲迄个国家分裂法，就是讲迄个若中国台湾若要离开中国的时阵，伊听我用非和平的方法来解决台湾问题。所以迄阵日美同盟伫迄2005年，拄啊，即个许世界教授有讲过，迄就是伊讲和平解决，是讲不允许中国用武力来解决台湾问题。所以这日美同盟毋是讲对台湾拢总无关心，我是做一个 footnote。Now I think that well, this section is for all the distinguished participants to say a final word after you attend this conference. So may I invite, first of all, John Tkacik to say whatever you want to say at the end of this seminar.
No, thank you. I really enjoyed the talks today. I simply want to add to something that I forgot to put in my papers this morning, which is the issue of power transition in Asia is a direct reflection of China's new posture on international relations, especially its new model of great relations, the xi shi da guo guanxi. And the new model of great power relations, as far as China is concerned, is that the rising power should be able to take over from the status quo power without a war. So now when China meets, when Xi Jinping meets with President Obama, he talks about a new model of great power relations. But what he's specifically saying to Obama is that we know that in the past, when rising powers challenge the existing powers, there's a war. We don't want that. But Xi Jinping says we will not shrink from it. So I don't know if you have this expression in Taiwanese but in English we say, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. And what this means, I think, is that China right now, today, now feels that it can challenge the United States. And the United States is going to have to make a decision as to what we're going to do. We can either do it the easy way and give up, or we can do it the hard way and start to, because we haven't started yet. We can do it the hard way and start to pull together a strategy to meet this. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, in a power transition theory, in a power transition situation, the status quo powers have to work with its security partners and its allies. And it's very strange to me that the United States, the Obama administration, hasn't reached out to Taiwan just yet. As I said, I didn't say it, Ambassador Stanton pointed out this morning that last June 19th, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton gave her remarks to Taiwan Business Review, basically worrying that Taiwan may be going too far in its economic dependence on China. and comparing Taiwan explicitly to the Ukraine. Now this, actually it was less than a page long in the transcript. It was maybe a 15-minute interview. But I thought it was the most amazing and most thoughtful interview that I'd ever read from any major political figure in the United States. It was shocking to me that somebody who was a very good chance, maybe better than 50-50, of being the next president of the United States is going to say, well, you know, maybe Taiwan should rethink how fast it's being integrated into the Chinese economy. You have to watch out that economic integration will lead to political sacrifice of your political independence. And she used the word independence 3 or 4 times, which I thought was also odd. But it also told me that she was thinking she thought about this. This is not something that she came up with off the top of her head. I mean, or if it is, that's even more impressive to me. I think, you know, I'm a Republican, but you know, I always vote for the Republicans. But so it's important to keep this in mind when we start reading the morning papers. And I was checking my email here because Joseph sent me an email about an article that's in the paper tomorrow, and I just thought I'd raise this. So.
But can I ask you one question? Well, the rising power of China, you say 80% of United States now.
Yeah, I think it is.
Right. Now, my question is this. Can we maintain the status quo in Asia for next a decade or so?
Like I say, if China pursues a there's the vertical alliance and the Lianheng. If China pursues a Lianheng strategy and the United States pursues a Hezhong strategy, I think we will lose because China will just pick off the various players as the Qin Empire, the Qin Kingdom did in 250 to 221 BC. But if the United States realizes that it's facing a major challenge, that this isn't just your normal balance of power challenge. This is a historic power transition challenge. But I think that there are certain people. I think that Secretary Clinton actually is thinking in these terms because that's what this tells me. I think that my own feeling is that there are people in the U.S. government that think that way. People in the think tanks, I think, that tend to spout off.
Sometimes status quo means peace.
Well, sometimes a status quo means you have to have a strong enough deterrence to maintain the peace. And the strong enough deterrence means that you have to match China's rising strength with Japan's and Australia's, and for better or for worse, Southeast Asia, Taiwan, and for better or for worse, the European Union. But at any rate, okay, that was my comment for the morning.